All right, period 6. So a couple of things. If you haven't been doing this, like practicing 1 point, right? And you haven't been practicing 3D forms, you want to go back and do that. So like follow the YouTube channel and go ahead and catch up. Then we moved on to 2 point last week. We're always thinking about a light source. Okay, yeah. So we're going to go horizontal. Okay, this is our practice city for period, where is it? This is what we did in period 5. So we're going to go in this direction, but you guys write in the chat if you want to shake it up and if you want to do something else. Okay, so here we go. You tell me to slow down if I'm going too fast. First step when drawing a city. Sorry, I have food in my throat. Here's what I found. I'm not talking to you, Siri. First step, period 6, is I'm going to do a horizon line that's like a little bit taller. Again, they could be anywhere. I'm going to do it a little bit taller. And I'm going to go up. Okay, and I'm going to draw that line. Boop. Okay, light horizon line. I feel like I did that too fast. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to check my work. So, because I don't want to get too overconfident. So how do you check your work? How do you make sure your lines are perpendicular to the side of the page? Well, I go ahead and I like put my finger up against here. And I'm like, okay, is the whole ruler up against the edge? Right? And then I zoom out and I look at the other side. Let's see if you could see the other side. And I ask myself, is this tick mark, can I get closer? I ask myself, is this tick mark in line with the side of the page? And then I go ahead and I do my horizontal line. So I feel good about that. Okay, everyone do that. Go with a light line weight. All right. And y'all with me? Y'all with me? Y'all with me in the art class? Then I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to draw that front building just like we did last week. So in order to do that, I'm going to make sure my vertical line is perpendicular with my ruler. Right? So just like I did with the side of the page, perpendicular, 90 degrees. Zoom out, zoom out. And then I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to do a light line. And you could do as many, I want you to fill the seesaw with practice cities, guys. Fill this, this isn't your project yet, but I want you to just do a bunch of practice cities so we can figure out what's happening with the line weights. Okay. So that's my little building. It's going to say art on the side. You guys write in the chat, write the request in the chat, what you want to add on. Okay. Tell me to slow down. I'm checking my chat. Chat. I see nothing. I'm going to assume you're all with me. This line is, again, parallel. It's vertical. It's at a 90 degrees with the horizon line. And it is parallel with the side of the paper. Okay? So just throwing that out there. What did I forget to do? Bad art teacher. Bad art teacher. Anyone got it? What did I forget to do? What? This is 2 point perspective. What did I forget to do? No one's out there? What did I forget to do? I forgot to put my, no one. The 2 points. Yes, Alvaro. I forgot to do the 2 points. What am I doing? I got too excited. Okay, so I got my 2 points. You with me? This is 2 point perspective. We got 2 points. The arm is freaking out. The arm's like, what am I doing? Okay, 2 points. I'm dropping stuff. Right, you tell me if you lose me. And then I'm going to I'm going to connect the top and the bottom with a light converging line so I can erase it. Computers making funny noises, la la. Okay, so right side of the building. In order to get the right side of the building, I'm going to use the right vanishing point. Okay. You put a 5 in the chat when you're here. Put a 5 when you're there. Okay, when your paper looks like this. Some of you are right with me. You're like bored. You're like, oh my God, go faster. Then, okay, Alvaro's not there yet. Angel's like there. Angel, you're going to go spicy, and you're going to add a sidewalk. Everyone else is going to add their sidewalk later. So we're going to do the sidewalk off the page. It's going to fly off the page. I'm going to go ahead and I am going to now draw. Kyla's lost. I got to stop. D'Angeli's at a 5. Okay, Kyla, check it out. So the vertical line is perpendicular, okay, with the horizon line. So it's perpendicular. Up and down, up and down, up and down, 90 degrees. Okay, Kyla? You with me? I connected the top and the bottom, thank you for being there, of the lines to the vanishing point. Did you get there?
Yeah, I got there.
Okay, this one part, this is the sidewalk. So we just went lower. I was giving some people a challenge. So the sidewalk is kind of like an extension. So
Okay.
Was it the sidewalk that confused you?
Yeah, the sidewalk confused.
Okay, sorry. Yeah, this is the sidewalk. Okay, so first thing I did was I drew, look, I messed everyone up with the sidewalk. First thing I did was I drew the vertical line that is parallel or perpendicular with the horizon line. So I drew this vertical line, okay, that is perpendicular. And then I connected the top and the bottom of the line to the opposite vanishing points. Is that good, Brian? You good? If you want to do those extra lines down at the bottom, that's the sidewalks. Okay. Now I'm going to cut off the side of the building. Cut off the side of the building. How do I cut off the side of the building? How did I do that? Make sure that your line is perpendicular to the horizon line. And that's going to be the side of the building. Cut off the other side of the building, perpendicular to the horizon line. Going in right there. Okay? You guys there? You with me? I technically don't need this line anymore, but you know, I'll kind of keep it there light so we could still see it. But this is going to the different vanishing points. All right. Now I'm going to crisscross the corners. All right. So once again, this right here, just check. Make sure that this is parallel to that, is parallel to that. They're all vertical lines that are perpendicular to the horizon line. Now I'm going to cross. So my left top of the building, to do the top of the building, the left side is going to go to the right side. Okay, so right here where I have this corner, I'm going to make sure it's lined up. I'm going to make sure it's lined up with the vanishing point. Notice how I'm pressing down. I'm pressing down on the ruler. Okay, so it doesn't slide around. Vanishing point, corner, taking my pencil, not pushing it down hard, light line weight. Voila! It's so beautiful. We good? 5s, 1s, 3s. Where are we? Vanishing point. Opposite building, opposite side. Okay, where the little, like where the pink intersects with the converging lines, and I'm going to cross it. 5, oh, never mind. 4.5. And then I see you got a 4, Kyla, and then light. So we're crossing our arms, going the opposite side. So it should kind of look like that. We did this last week, but we're going to add on now. We're going to make it spicy. I don't need these converging lines anymore. Okay, I'm going to really darken these corners. Okay, so I really am defining that this is the edge of the building. Okay, is anyone lost? Speak now or forever be like, what? Let's add a door. Right? In order to add a door on the right side of the building, I'm going to use the right vanishing point. I'm going to give myself a little line for the top of the door. Little line. Boop, 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 boop. That line is actually a converging line. Okay, I will slow down. So again, to do the top of the door, I'm using the right vanishing point on the right side, and I'm doing the top of the door. That line actually goes towards the vanishing point. This line goes towards the vanishing point. Okay. Alvaro, you tell me if I need to go slower. Okay, to cut off the sides of the door, I'm going to go vertical. Okay, 90 degree with the horizon line. $90 with the horizon line. That's a fat door. So we can make it into a double door. 90 degrees. Cut it in half. If I were to look at it, halfway is kind of like there. 90 degrees with the horizon line. I can also make sure these little tick marks are lined up with the side. And then I have a double door. I can add a little doorknob. Meow. And by the way, these lines right here go towards, like I would draw an imaginary line that would go towards the vanishing point. How you doing, Alvaro? This line right here is parallel, parallel, parallel. All the pinks are parallel. You guys good? You can add shading. Really darken the edges. Right? So we know, I know that you know, and the audience knows where the door begins and ends, where the corner of the building is. But you can go ahead, you can really define the edges. Maybe you want to add some shading to make it stick out in space. But this is our front building, so we want the line weight to be pretty dark. Alvaro, are you good? I'm going to add a sign now. You guys tell me if it's too much. Okay. I'm going to add the sign art at the side. All right. So in order to do that, I'm going to make a box, a little rectangle at the side. So here I go. Vanishing point to the side of the building. I'm going to do a line. Rotate. Vanishing point to the side of the building. Do a line. Okay, these lines are converging. They're going towards my left vanishing point. And then I'm going to divide it into 3. How many letters are there in art? How many letters? How many letters are there in art? 3, right? There are 3 letters in art. So I would cut this into 3. And then add 2 vertical lines to cut it into 3 pieces. So I would cut it twice. My vertical lines would be perpendicular to the horizon line. Ha-cha. It's okay if you go a little far. Ha-cha. I don't need that anymore. Okay. Again, I could turn this into a window if I wanted to. Okay. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to think, okay, these blues lines right here, these converging lines, those are going to be the top and the bottom. And I'm going to just connect the dots. And I'm going to carve out the A. How do I do that little part? That's like right there, like the cross of the A. Well, the cross of the A would go towards the vanishing point. Doop. Okay, so you carve out the letters. So for the R, like you have a bottom, and then the top kind of swings around here and it stops in the middle. The bottom of the R would kind of go towards the vanishing point too. It would go there, and same with the bottoms. So you're kind of like carving out. So I'm going to go from this dot to there to do the R, and then go in, chong chong. And the inside of the R's are going to be converging lines. They are at that angle. They go towards the vanishing point. Okay, we're at a 3 now. Guys, you can re-watch this, right? This takes a lot of practice. The T's easier. Don't stress about the T. The T's going to go, the bottoms of the T go towards the vanishing point. Yeah, it gets stressful when it's kind of like a curvy letter. And then these, the up and down parts of the T are vertical. Art. Okay, those of you who are wrapping out with the letters, wrap up with the letters. I'm just going to play with the top of this building right here. Those of you who are ready for a spicy challenge, I can make a little wall. If I use lines that are going towards the vanishing point, I'll go ahead and I could add in converging lines right there. You guys can also add this during academic prep if you're still working on the letters. I can add a little balcony. I could add a flag if I wanted, but I'll slow down. Okay. How are we doing out there? Did I lose you? If I wanted to add windows on the other side, I could go ahead and I could add converging lines. Like so, going towards the vanishing point. And then I could cut them up and down into a bunch of different even pieces. How are we doing? Fist to 5. 5, I'm starting to get it. I can kind of like draw on my own during academic prep. I'm going to keep adding to the city and make it my own. 3, 4.5. So basically all up and down, I see a 4.5. All up and down lines are going to be parallel. And then any other line is going towards a converging line or towards a vanishing point. So it's about figuring out the right line. So the trick with the top of this building is this is going vertical. And the tops and bottoms of these walls are connecting to vanishing points. You can kind of see. And then really shade your building, make it come out. Add detail. Those of you who want to go spicy with the sidewalk, right? And you can watch this on the replay. Please watch this on the replay. Kyla, no stress, Kyla. I'm going to post this. Okay? But if you guys like turn your mic on, you could tell me, like, ask me questions. Be like, wait, how'd you do this? And I will repeat it. Kyla's at a 3. I love it that you're participating, Kyla. If you're doing the sidewalk, guys, the key with the sidewalk is, again, you're kind of really darkening the bottom of the building so it goes all the way back. So that's your street. All the way back. You're kind of darkening that. Okay, you're darkening another part of the sidewalk that's coming out. And when this is your project, you'll probably go light because I don't know, maybe you'll have things crossing the street and you'll darken it later. If you're doing a sidewalk, the trick with the sidewalk is you use the opposite vanishing point. So for the right side of the sidewalk, I use the left vanishing point. Rotate, make sure it's lined up. Rotate. Make sure it's lined up with the vanishing point. Little line. Rotate. Make sure it's lined up with the vanishing point. Little line. And you could see I'm kind of not paying attention to my ruler. Rotate. Make sure it's lined up with the vanishing point. Little line. Poquito line. Rotate. Still lined up with the vanishing point. And you see as you rotate your ruler, slowly but surely, it becomes parallel with the horizon line. And then all of a sudden, you're drawing a line that's parallel with the horizon line. That's kind of how you do the sidewalk lines. You use the opposite vanishing point. Let's try on the other side. And you can watch the replay for the sidewalk. If you're like, wait, what? Just be like, okay, I'll do this during academic prep, or try right now. It always is lined up with the vanishing point. And guys, people will post ones where the lines aren't lined up with the vanishing point. See, look, I'm getting a little lazy. Check. Check your ruler. Don't get lazy. Is it lined up with the vanishing point? Are my converging lines lined up with the vanishing point? Okay, so that's a little fun thing that you can work on. Let's do a building in the background. Okay, let's do a building behind the arts. Ooh, your building is getting fancier than period 5s. They get fancier as we go. Okay, we ready to move on to another building? Let's do this building. So we're going to draw a vertical line right here. Are we ready to move on? Don't worry, if you don't feel like doing the sidewalk, don't do it. Are you guys ready to move on? 5, I'm ready. I guess I lost the class. Are you guys there? Period 6? Oh my God, you guys are mad at me. 4. Are you guys just lost in details? What's going on? 4. If you want to add bricks, like it's just a bunch of vertical and converging lines if you wanted to add bricks. Okay. I'm assuming, Cesar says I'm out of 5. I'm assuming I can do this building behind. So if I'm going to do a building that's behind this big old building, it's going to be perpendicular to the horizon line, but I'm going to make it tall. I'm not going to go through the art building, okay? Because it's art. It's awesome. D'Angeli gave me a bracket. What does that mean? Okay, but notice this is parallel. All these lines are parallel. Okay, that's going to be the corner of my next building. This is at a right angle. The corner of the building is at a right angle. I love the whoops. Okay, then I'm going to do the top of the building. I'm going to do a light vanishing point. Or, sorry, light converging line. I'm sorry when I say the wrong words. You're like, Miss Colbera is crazy. Okay, then I'm going to do for the right side of the building. So left side of the building, left vanishing point. Right side of the building, right vanishing point. I'm going to go ahead and I will connect them like so. Okay, are we there? I'm going to drink some water. Yeah, so please. What? Slow down. Easy, please. What is that? Easy peasy. Oh, easy peasy. Jose, if it's easy peasy, you rock and roll. You keep going. You add your buildings. You make it your own. If you get this, go. Go on fire. Make a whole city. Okay. So here we go. The side of the buildings. I'm not going to, again, go through the art building because we worked so hard on that. But I'm going to make sure that it's 90 degrees. So you can't really see my horizon line anymore because it's kind of like going away, but it's at 90. Okay. And then here we go. Other side. Other side. Opposite side. Again, I'm checking. Is it at 90? And the best way to check is to like go in and like, let me go real close. Real close. Oh, my camera can't handle that. It's like, wait, what do you want me to focus on? Teacher. So you see the best way to check is to like see if the tick mark is parallel to the horizon line. Okay. All right. Zoom out. Okay. Parallel, parallel, parallel. All the reds are parallel. All of our verticals. Love it. Okay. Converging. Converging. Now, here is the trick of... Oh, you know what? We don't see the alley. Dang, I thought we were going to be able to draw an alley. But we can't see it. Okay, well, hopefully we can draw an alley on the next one. Okay, let's just make this a simple building. Okay, so we'll add our shading. I really like cross-hatching. Or you could make these into windows. You could totally turn these into windows. You know, if you want to take the time to be like, window, window, window. Like, for example, how would I add, like, a row of windows right here? Right? I would make sure, if it's on the left side of the building, I would line it up with the left vanishing point and give myself a little rectangle to work in. Right? And then I could turn those into windows, or I could turn it into a sign. And then you just cut it with vertical lines. I'm not using my ruler. That's really bad. It's not really bad. Like, you can start to eyeball stuff if it's the details. But for the most part, you really want to always go towards the vanishing point. Okay, so really, really darken the edges. Maybe you want to use a ruler for that. This side would be pretty light because let's pretend my light source is right over here. Here's my sun. Don't over blend like I'm doing. Okay. And just really darken those corners. Maybe you want to add a little door back there. I'll let you guys do that during academic prep. Erase the converging lines when you don't need them anymore. Erase. That's why it's really important to go light. All right. I want a building where we get to do an alley. So I'm going to do another building. Period 5, you're going to have a shorter building. Are we good? Are we there? You guys can add windows. You could add a door. Like, I could add a door here. You don't have to. But I could add a vertical door. Doot, doot. How would I do the top? I would make sure it's lined up with the other side. Doot, doot, doot. Hello, little door. Guys, tell me if I'm going too much, and then I could shade around. So maybe it's darker down there because the light can't get down there in the building. And then it goes dark to light, and then it gets lighter, 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 lighter. Okay. Let's do a shorter building. Are you guys with me? Okay, make sure it's parallel. Okay, so my tick mark's lined up. Okay, let's do a shorter building, and we're going to do one with an alley. I feel like that's lopsided. Okay, it should be parallel. Okay. Yeah, Stephanie's with me? Okay, so opposite. So zoom out. Now it's getting confusing because it's like the top and the bottom are almost completely horizontal. Right? So the top of this building, it looks horizontal, but it's not. It's just going a little bit up because it's a little over the horizon line. You see? Like, that's confusing. And it goes from here to there. Guys, I could do this all day with you. You know, like, we could do a whole city. It's just, class is so short in distance learning. It's hilarious. I mean, it's not hilarious. That's the wrong word. It's unfortunate. Okay. Opposite side, opposite. Okay. Again, it's a little bit higher. Oh, I just erased my horizon line. It's okay. I can redraw it. And then I'm going to go ahead and, oh no, I can't see my horizon line. Okay, make sure it's, I'm going to use the bottom of my paper. Make sure it's parallel to the bottom of my paper. And cut off the side. Okay, it's like, okay, what am I doing now? This building doesn't even look 3D. It's because it's tricky. The top of the building is so close to the bottom. But this is what's going to fix it. This is what's going to fix it. So this is going that way. Right? So just to clarify this, the top of the building is going there, and it's at a slight angle. The top of the building is going there. Okay. What's going to make it magical is drawing that alley. And let's make it at a super dark value. Okay, so bottom right here where the sidewalk hits. Where the sidewalk ends. See right here? Right here, I'm going to connect that, and it's going to go to the vanishing point. Okay, connect that to that. And then you got a little alley. So just to clarify, the bottoms of the buildings go to the converging lines. And then, oh my gosh, all of a sudden it looks like a building. Add some cross hatching in there. And then it's like, oh, okay. It makes sense. We could even add a little tower on the top. Like if I wanted to add a tower, I could do a little vertical tower. Oh my God, that is so crooked. That is not parallel. I got to redraw my horizon line. I can't see it anymore. You may have to do that periodically. Redraw. Okay, so now I have my horizon line and I can make sure it's really, look how crooked that was. Okay, you could do a little tower on the top. And you could do like a building with like little buildings on top. Oh, that would look so cool. And then you could go crazy. You could just keep adding stuff when you get it. So the side of my tower is going to be a parallel line. And you can watch the replay during academic prep. Kyla, are you there? Did I lose you? Kyla, talk to me.
Huh?
How does your drawing look?
It's not all that.
It's not all that? Did you stop?
No, I keep going, but it's like, I don't know, it's not coming out even.
Do you think there are some angles that are wrong?
Yeah.
Okay, so what I'll do is I will look at Seesaw and I will talk about what I'm seeing, okay?
Okay.
And I'll try to make a video right when we go into lunch. And then you guys can like fix it up and do it. But yeah, some lines will be crooked. But one thing to ask yourself is, are all of my vertical lines parallel? Kyla, are all of your vertical lines parallel?
They a little cricky too.
They don't look parallel?
No, they're a little cricky.
They're a little crooked. So I think one of your keys is to make sure, and I think a lot of you guys are going to have this goal, really make sure all of your vertical lines are lined up. Like you could go zoom in and see, make sure like the tick marks, because we don't learn how to use a ruler enough in school, but the tick marks, if you see real close, should be parallel with the side of your page. And then you can also check to make sure your tick marks are parallel. Make sure your tick marks are parallel with the horizon line, right? And if you check those 2 times, then you're probably good. So during academic prep, I want you guys to add windows, doors. I want you to add other buildings. I want you to play around. Okay, thank you. Alvaro's like, 4 minutes, and then I'm out of here, Miss Copera. Always add the light source. Okay, so this is an alley. So, oh my gosh, it's going to be dark. Okay, watch how extra I'm going to be. I'm going to turn this into like brick. Haha, period 5 didn't get bricked. They're going to get mad at me. But look, rotate, lined up. Rotate, lined up with the, what is that thing called? Vanishing point. Rotate. I'm doing right side of the building lined up with the vanishing point. Rotate, lined up with the vanishing point. Rotate, lined up with the vanishing point. I'm always checking. Notice what my fingers are doing. They're pressing down. Rotate, lined up with the vanishing point. Rotate, lined up with the vanishing point. Try not to intersect your building. Try not to mess with your building. And then you get all these lines that are actually all going towards the vanishing point. I'm going to go in, I'm going to really define the edge. Perspective teaches you so many things about drawing, like really like making relationships clear. Like, no, this building's here. That building's behind there. Okay, go in. And then to make it into brick, I kind of stagger the vertical lines. So all of them, I'm going to do a bunch of rectangles, but the vertical lines are going to bisect each other. So the lines will cut the former lines in half. And you can watch this on the replay and kind of work on bricks. Brick is a really great texture to get going. Maybe I want to add a little door right here. Beep, beep, beep. Oh, look at the cute little door. Add some shading. That's going to be dark. Till 11:10. He's like, I'm about to bounce. Are we posting this to Seesaw or what? Okay, you're going to do a dark value right there in the middle because the light's coming here. So, I want you guys to add on to this during academic prep. Make your sidewalk a little bit more 3D. Okay, you can extend it. Check this out. You guys are like, we're going to leave. I'm like, no, you're going to make this 3D. Watch this little trick with your sidewalk. Okay, so if you guys are like, what'd she just do with the bricks? Just remember, all the lines are vertical. They're all parallel with the horizon line. To make the sidewalk more 3D. Wait, Miss, can I upload this? Yeah, I'm going to upload this to YouTube. Yep. I'm just going to, it'll take me a second because I'm going to go to another class, but I'll try to do it. Yeah, I will upload it. Okay. So these lines at the side, they're all parallel. Vertical lines that are perpendicular to the horizon line. Okay, so throw these on Seesaw. Let us see your sidewalk during academic prep. But really darken the edge. And then add some hatching. And all of your hatching should be vertical lines. Okay? So make sure you stop and post what you have to Seesaw because then you get double points. You get double points. And then after academic prep, post your city so it's grown. Okay? And then we should see more buildings, more shading. Light source coming from the right.